In today's tutorial we're going to do the 3-inch 3-stitch Fab Faux scarf, and this is the yarn that you're going to be using. It's by Bernat and it's extremely thick, and what we're using for a crochet hook is a size 15mm crochet hook or a size N. Okay, it's the same thing. So what I want you to do is take the wrapper off. You're going to need 2 balls for this particular scarf, and we'll get started. And this scarf could be whipped up in about 30 to 45 minutes depending on the speed of your crochet. Let's get started on this particular tutorial, and what you need to do is that you need to tie a knot before you begin anything on this. Okay, so tie a quick little knot at the end, and this prevents the unraveling of all these little particles coming off and out when you're wearing it right in the end. Okay, so tie a knot, and now let's begin to do our slip stitching as normal. Over our finger twice, the back over the forward. Almost looks like these are mini caterpillars. Stuff is extremely thick to work with, but it's really quite fabulous. Now that you have your loop, you just want to put on to your crochet hook like so, and again, don't tug it extra snug, just keep it on there kind of just like easygoing. So now what I want you to do is that I want you to chain 3. This does not count as 1, so I want you to go 1, 2, and 3. Okay, that's your 3 stitches, and now holding your finger down right at the base of it just like so, I want you to chain up 3. So 1, 2, and 3. Okay, so that counts as your first stitch. So let's come over to the next one right here in the middle, okay, of the chain. We're coming down, we're going to double crochet ourselves into the position and just double crochet as normal, and now come to the final stitch on the bottom. And my cat has decided to get involved in this tutorial, and I think it's kind of cute, so I'm going to leave her there until the next tape. So we're just going to double crochet ourselves back across. So what you're going to have is actually 3 stitches all the way across, and the width of this is about 3 inches. So let's turn the material. Let me just get some more yarn out, just like so, and now we're going to turn and we're going to chain up 3. So 1, 2, and 3. Look how fast this is going already. So now we're just going to come to the middle stitch like we normally would in double crochet. I'm going to go over and double crochet just like so. The variegation on this particular yarn line is actually really quite amazing. There are different colors in case you don't like the purple that you see here, and then just coming into the end as well. So what I want you to do, here's your verbal instruction. It is also on my website, and also allfreecrochet.com is going to have it eventually as well. So what I need you to do is I need you to crochet yourself all the way through this ball, and then add on a secondary ball in order to crochet with so that you have your full length. And then what I want you to do is leave about 8 to 12 feet along at the end of it so that you can make the tassels that are involved. In the next part of this tutorial, I'm going to show you how to cast off the one ball and cast on the other without. So we're now coming to the end, and what I want you to do is that I want you to tie a knot on the end of this one like we did on the very first one, and then this is the new yarn coming from the ball, and I want you to tie a knot there as well. So let's begin, and this is how you basically would change colors if you had to. So we're just going to chain 1. Okay, so chain 1, so that's 1 out of 3. We're going to loop on the next one, so just loop it on just like so, and this will be 2, and we're going to do it again, so, and 3. Okay, so now you're going to have the new string at the top, and you'll have the 2 stragglers coming down. And what I want you to do is when you come now to double crochet, you want to go into the next spot on there. It looks like you got a lot of yarn. Keep the 2 stragglers on the top, okay, and just like so. So it traps it right into position. Okay, so then you got the stragglers there again. So now you're coming to the final stitch because there's only 3, and you're going to come in just like so, making sure that you trap it and it's going to get caught in there. Okay, and so then basically the color change has been made, or the ball change has been made, and so now you can safely cut where these were. So you're going to feel where the knots are, so what you want to just do is that you want to get close to those knots. Now if you didn't cut these short enough, then what you're going to have to do is recut or retie your knots in, and make sure that I've cut it out so that it has a little bit left over, but what I want to just do is I want to stretch it around a bit, because I don't want to pre-cut those, so I might come back to that after I'm done this project and fix that up. So what you just have to do is continue to work along and use the 2 balls. Then you just have to leave on a 12 foot piece of string coming from this, and we're going to make the tassels. So let's cast off like we normally would, and so all you just need to do to cast off, okay, and what I want you to do is just leave a really long tail, and we want to tie a knot in there as well for obvious reasons, because I've explained that enough times I think, even during my outtakes. Okay, so we're going to do that, and so what I want you to just do is just take the string and just pull it through like this. Okay, and that one will count as one of your tassels. Okay, so here what you want to just do is, you see the length of that tassel, you just have to lay down something very similar to that length and cut it. Sure don't cut the cat over there. And what I want to just do now is come into the middle stitch. You can add on more to the end if you want to, just grabbing the loop, okay, pulling it through, and now grabbing both strings and pulling it through that loop. And so basically everything is going to be done, and then obviously what we're going to just do is tie again knots at the end of these so that you have no leftover. So just pull this nice and snug, and that's how you make the tassels for this thing. So what I would do back here is, this is where it's popping out, you're just going to want to weave that back into position. You might need a smaller crochet hook in order to get in there to pull it back through some of the loops that you see. It's like so, and like so. And so we just have, you know what I'm saying, you just have to weave that in a little bit more carefully, and this project is good to go with 30 to 45 minutes. Until next time, on behalf of allfreecrochet.com and the Crochet Crowd, we'll see ya.